You're being manipulated, not by some algorithm, not by social media, not by your ex, by your own brain. And it's so good at it that you've convinced yourself you're fine. You're out here functioning, working, laughing at memes, while your mind is quietly destroying you from the inside. Don't believe me? By number 4, you're gonna feel personally attacked. Let's go. Number 7, you've turned your emotions into a full-time comedy show. Here's the thing about funny people. They're either genuinely hilarious or they're one bad day away from a breakdown. And honestly, it's usually both. If you're the person who always has a joke ready, who can turn any awkward moment into a laugh, who makes everyone feel better, congratulations, you might be using humor as emotional duct tape. See, your brain is smart. It knows that if you keep people laughing, they won't ask the hard questions. They won't say, hey, are you actually okay? Because why would they? You just made them snort laugh in the middle of a Starbucks. You're clearly thriving, right? Wrong. What's really happening is this. Every punchline is a deflection. Every sarcastic comment is a shield. You've become so good at entertaining others that you've forgotten how to be honest with yourself. It's like you're a magician, but instead of pulling rabbits out of hats, you're pulling distractions out of thin air to avoid talking about the fact that you cried in your car last Tuesday for no reason. And here's the kicker. People love this version of you. They think you're the life of the party. Meanwhile, you go home, take off the mask, and feel like an empty shell. The applause stops, but the exhaustion, that stays. So if you're hearing this and thinking, that's so me, pause. Maybe it's time to stop performing and start talking. Number 6, your sleep schedule is more unstable than your last relationship. Let's talk about sleep, or the lack of it, or the too much of it. Because when your brain is secretly falling apart, sleep becomes this weird, twisted battleground. Some of you are out here sleeping 14 hours a day like you're training for the Olympics of unconsciousness. And it's not because you're tired, it's because being awake is exhausting. Your brain has turned sleep into an escape hatch. Alarm goes off? Snooze. Responsibilities calling? Let's just not exist for a few more hours. It's not laziness, it's survival mode. Your mind is so loud, so relentless, that the only peace you get is when you're literally unconscious. But then there's the flip side. Some of you can't sleep at all. You're lying there at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling like it's going to reveal the meaning of life. Your brain is hosting a full TED Talk about every embarrassing thing you've ever done. Remember that time in 7th grade when you tripped in front of your crush? Your brain does. In 4K, with director's commentary. And here's the cruel joke. Whether you're sleeping too much or not at all, people just think you're tired. They don't realize your brain is either trying to shut down completely or refusing to shut up. Both extremes are red flags. Both are your mind screaming for help in the only way it knows how. So if your relationship with your bed is complicated, if you're either best friends or sworn enemies, maybe it's time to ask why. Number 5, you're so busy you don't have time to realize you're drowning.
Oh, you're that person. The one who's always got 17 projects going, a side hustle, a color-coded planner, and a to-do list longer than a CVS receipt. Everyone thinks you're crushing it. You're productive, you're ambitious, you're thriving. But let's be real. You're not busy because you love the grind. You're busy because stopping feels dangerous. Here's what's actually happening. Your brain has figured out that if you're constantly moving, constantly doing, constantly busy, you don't have time to think. And thinking, that's the enemy. Because the second you sit down, the second you have a quiet moment, all those feelings you've been outrunning come crashing in like an uninvited guest at a party. So you clean the kitchen again, you sign up for another committee, you reorganize your closet by color, season, and vibe. Not because you're type A, but because sitting still feels like drowning. Psychologists call this avoidance behavior. I call it sprinting away from your own brain while everyone cheers you on for being so productive. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound and calling it self-care. And the worst part? People admire you for it. They say, wow, I don't know how you do it all. Meanwhile, you're one missed deadline away from a full meltdown. So if your calendar is packed, but your soul feels empty, maybe it's time to stop running. Humor, sleep, busyness, 3 perfect masks your brain hands you every single morning. These are just a few. The real question isn't if you're wearing one, it's which one you're wearing right now. Let's continue with the next trick. Number 4. You've become a professional at feeling nothing. All right, this one's dark. Imagine this. Something good happens. You get a promotion. Your favorite artist drops a new album. Someone gives you a genuine compliment. You should feel happy, right? Excited. Literally anything. But instead, you feel flat. Like someone turned down the volume on your emotions and forgot to turn it back up. This is called Anhedonia, and it's one of the cruelest tricks depression pulls. It doesn't always make you sad. Sometimes it just makes you numb. You can still laugh at memes, you can still smile when your dog does something cute, but the joy doesn't land. It's like biting into a donut and realizing it has no flavor. Looks great, tastes like cardboard. Your brain's reward system, the thing that's supposed to make you feel good when good things happen, is broken. So even when life hands you wins, your brain just shrugs and says, meh. And here's the thing, you get really good at faking it. You post the smiling selfies, you say thank you when people congratulate you. But inside, you're watching your own life through a window. You can see it happening, but you can't feel it. It's like being a ghost at your own party. Everyone's celebrating and you're just there, existing, going through the motions. And nobody notices because you've gotten so good at pretending. If this is you, if good things feel empty and joy feels like a foreign language, you're not broken. Your brain is just stuck. And it's time to ask for help. Number 3, you're the villain in your own story. Let's talk about that voice in your head. You know the one.
The one that sounds like a mix between a disappointed parent and a reality TV villain. The one that never shuts up about how you're not good enough. Sent an email with a typo? Your brain will remind you about it for the next 5 years. Forgot to text someone back? Congrats, you're now the worst friend in human history. Tripped over your own feet? Clearly, you're a failure at basic motor functions. This is called negative self-talk, but honestly, it's more like having a toxic roommate living rent-free in your skull. And the worst part, you believe it. You think everyone else sees you the way you see yourself. Flawed, inadequate, one mistake away from being exposed as a fraud. But here's the truth. Nobody is judging you as harshly as you're judging yourself. That typo? Nobody noticed. That forgotten text? They probably forgot too. That thing you said 3 years ago that keeps you up at night? Literally, no one remembers it but you. And even when you do something right, when you succeed, when you accomplish something, you'll still downplay it. I just got lucky. They're just being nice. You've set the bar so impossibly high that even your wins feel like losses. It's exhausting, and it's not real, but your brain has convinced you it is. Number 2, you're disappearing and no one's noticed yet. You're not ghosting people. Not completely. You're still replying to texts, eventually. You're still showing up, sometimes. But emotionally, you checked out weeks ago. This is what hidden depression looks like. You're not isolating in an obvious way. You're just fading. Slowly. Quietly. Like turning down the volume on your own life. Every invitation gets met with, "I'm busy," or "maybe next time." And you mean it. You want to go. You want to connect. But the thought of putting on pants and pretending to be okay feels like climbing Everest. So you stay home. You scroll. You binge watch shows you don't even like.
and you tell yourself you'll reach out tomorrow. But tomorrow turns into next week, and next week turns into, wow, it's been 3 months since I've seen anyone. And here's the scary part. People don't notice right away. You're still liking their posts, still sending the occasional haha in the group chat. So they assume you're fine. They don't realize you're slowly vanishing. It's like you're fading into the background of your own life. And by the time someone asks, hey, where have you been? You've already convinced yourself that nobody cared anyway. Number 1, you've turned control into a coping mechanism. Here's the final plot twist. While some people lose control when they're struggling, others do the opposite. They grab control with both hands and refuse to let go. Your house is spotless. Your schedule is color-coded. Your emails are proofread 17 times. From the outside, you look like you have your life together. But inside, you're terrified. Because if even one thing slips, if one dish is left in the sink, if one email has a typo, you're convinced everything will fall apart. So you control what you can. You perfect what you can, because it's easier than facing the chaos inside. But here's the truth. Perfectionism doesn't fix the pain. It just distracts you from it. And eventually, the cracks start to show. So there you have it. 4 ways your brain is quietly sabotaging you while you're out here just trying to survive. If any of these hit a little too close to home, if you saw yourself in even one of these, please talk to someone. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're human. And you deserve help.